Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 is almost here, and there's still a lot of things that I hope that Nintendo adds to these games. Let's get straight into it. Now for starters, the big thing that I want to see inside Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 to truly convince my mind that this game is worth the price is free camera controls. Now, in the original Super Mario Galaxies, you aren't able to fully move the camera to where exactly you want to go. You can't look completely up, you can't look completely down. Seeing a 360 camera would be really great inside of these remasters, because then you can easily control Mario on however you'd like. Because 3D platforming games are, for me, kind of tricky, because you jump in onto a Goomba and you completely miss because you're not having the camera. Maybe we could just say that it's some sort of skill issue, or is that what you say, skill issue? But for me, I just think that I'm not the greatest, the sharpest tool when it comes to not being able to fully control the camera. Now, one other thing that I would love to see in Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 is some more amiibo functionality. Now, we know that we're going to be seeing some functionality for Mario and Rosalina amiibo, but what about every other amiibo? Like Toad, Luigi, Peach, or pretty much anything else? Could we be seeing even more things that you can do with your amiibos? Because imagine the endless possibilities. Before, you were able to use so many different amiibos inside of games, and honestly, I think returning to more amiibos would be really cool, because we're seeing their reproduction of amiibos. They keep coming out, which is really cool. Now, one other thing that I would love to see in Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 is ray tracing. Now, this is a thing that I feel like Nintendo has already got covered, but let's just say that they don't got covered. Ray tracing. Because ray tracing is a really great thing, because you can really see the reflection and light bending so well that it makes the game feel even more immersive than it already is. I think that this right here would be really truly phenomenal, because then you can finally see the reflection of the galaxy that you always wanted to see for some reason. I always thought that ray tracing games just look exceptionally really nice. Now, one thing that we gotta put on top of the pile is Nintendo has confirmed mouse controls, but this is only for the second player. Now, this is really strange to me, because why? You could easily use mouse controls in Super Mario Galaxy to aim stars, to do whatever. I think right there would be really awesome to finally see mouse controls in a Mario Galaxy game. Now, another thing that I would love to see is the Wii Remote. Now, playing Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 on a Wii Remote would be really cool if Nintendo would add maybe a little accessory that is $30. Yep, $30 that has the Wii Remote and the little stick, which would be really cool. It has built-in gyros, so you don't necessarily need the Wii sensor bar to use this Wii Remote. I think that this would be really exciting, and hopefully we see something like that. Now, in every single remaster, we need to see something brand new. May that be brand new storybooks like we're getting Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2. May this be new levels, tracks, music, and even more things. But hopefully, we see something like this in Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2, because imagine the endless possibilities. Imagine being able to play Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2, but it adds more story to the game, because we're getting the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And with this Super Mario Galaxy movie, don't you think that Nintendo's like, you know what? We're going to be doing Mario Galaxy 3. So why don't they add a little pic of just a tiny little piece of evidence for Super Mario Galaxy 3, where when you finish the game, you go into the next story, which gives you that little sneak peek, and then also shares a bit of things with the movie, and then you get blasted off into Mario Galaxy 3. I think that that would be really interesting. Hopefully we can just see a tiny little thing to tease Super Mario Galaxy 3, because Super Mario Galaxy 3 would be really cool. And imagine Galaxy 3 actually being open world, so maybe we can get a little tease about that. Now, one more thing that I think would be really great for Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 is the fact that you could potentially change the settings on how you want it to be. Now, let's just say that you want to do 4K, but less image clarity for some reason, but then it go to 2K, no, 4K. But you know, you can change the settings on however you want, like modern PC games, modern console games. You can sometimes change the settings. How about that? Because then, if you wanted to get rid of ray tracing, let's just say there is ray tracing, well then you could turn that off and you can have a bit more FPS. If you wanted to, you can have 120 frames per second, but at 1440p with ray tracing and all that good stuff. Now, I believe we will be seeing 120 FPS at 1440p, but realistically, that doesn't make too much sense because 1440p is normally very harder to run than 1080p, but I could be wrong about that. But if you're playing on a modern GPU with like a 3060, you'll notice that trying to flip the thing to 1440p is a little bit harder on the graphics card. So who knows how this is going to work, but I believe Nintendo was mentioning that just like inside of Metroid Prime 4, 1440p and 1080p will be 120 FPS, but then when it goes to 4K, that's going to be stuck at 60 FPS. Just having a toggle that allows you to change things up would be cool. And speaking of toggle, what about a toggle that allows you, if you want to, skip the entire story? Because honestly, I think games that allow you to just skip the entire story is pretty interesting. Now, although the Mario Galaxy game's story is actually really, really good, if you wanted to, you can go ahead and skip that story because then you can get straight into the gameplay and voila, you can skip all the dialogue or whatever the case may be. I think that would be really, really interesting because if you've already played Super Mario Galaxy 1, you've already played Super Mario Galaxy 2, maybe you don't feel like reading the entire dialogue once again, so being able to do something like that would be really, really interesting. Oh yeah, we can't forget about minigame land. Now imagine seeing Mario Galaxy minigames inside the game. So kind of like Mario Party, but for player 2, because Nintendo games are all about family fun and playing with 2 players. So imagine there was the main Mario Galaxy and then some like mini games where you're able to test out your skills and minigame Rush Galaxy. Overall, I think this would be really, really interesting. So overall, what do you think about all of these things? Do you have any more ideas that maybe Nintendo would bring to Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2? Or do you think that I've pretty much covered all the ideas that hopefully we could be seeing in Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2? It's a really, really interesting idea, very interesting thing, and I'm super excited for Super Mario Galaxy to make a return on the Nintendo Switch 2. Are you excited for these games returning? Let me know in the comments section down below, and I like to do a whole bunch of different Nintendo content, Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, whatever the case may be. Thank you so much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed, and with that being said, hope you have a very fantastic day, and see you in the next one.